Hi, happy new day. It's me, the spirit woman. Um, I'm so glad to be here with you all and talking about something that's so important to me. And it's going to be really important to you, and that is your ancestors. Now, there's a lot of talk about ancestors based in different traditions and different ideologies and different beliefs. And I'm hoping that with this video and this moment, this little bit of your time that I'm borrowing, I can clarify some of the truth about ancestors and what that means and who these people and these beings and what the whole concept is. Okay? Just join me for a little bit. So, ancestors, what are they? You come from a lineage of people, of beings that have lived on this earth and that have said prayers and have done things and have, you know, born you, birthed you. Your ancestors is that lineage. They are that lineage. They are the beings from which you come. Now, there's a few ways to look at this. There's like your physical ancestry, your lineage, and then there's like your spiritual ancestry, your spiritual lineage, right? So the first level of this, you can think your grandparents that have passed away, aunts and uncles that have passed away, people in your actual family whose names you may know who have transitioned onto the other side, meaning that their energy has returned back to source and they are assisting and watching and participating in life with you in a lot of ways from the other side. Ancestors, that's like tier one. And then there's like tier two. Your ancestors are also those people who were your grandparents' parents, and your grandparents' parents' parents, and your grandparents' parents' parents' parents, right? People who have continuously changed their DNA, birthing you and cycling you throughout time, right? As far back as you could only imagine and even further, right? Your ancestry is not just limited to who you know and who you have familiarity with or who has recently transpired or transitioned in this lifetime that you currently have. It is bigger than that. Your physical ancestry relates to your DNA, the people whose DNA you also have. And these are the people who have laid down prayers, done things in their lives so that it would ricochet through time and space to reach you. Okay. Then you have your spiritual ancestry. You have your soul's ancestry, which is, your spirit as it navigates earth, as it's come back or gone and come back and gone and come back and gone. You have a lineage of hosts and beings that you come from. Sometimes people say star seeds or different planets or whatever, but you have beings from which you originate. And those beings are also there for you, right? They are also laying down prayers and clearing things out the way and doing things for you and with you as your soul navigates this like 3D dimension that we're in this life. And so when you think about your ancestry, I want you to think about both realms, the physical and the spiritual. All the beings that know you, all the human beings that once lived that knew you would come one day, and the beings who, you have soul contracts with that are here to guide you. That is who your ancestors are. Why they exist? They exist because God said we need help. Like your ancestry exists to help you find your power, help you remember your purpose, and to help you do your sacred work as you are living in each lifetime. They are here for the benefit and the guidance and the support specifically of you, right? Different from like traditions, and this is any tradition, right? All traditions have like deities and beings. Different from like the traditions that have deities and saints and beings, like your ancestry only has you. They have you and the other living folk in your family. So when they rise up to, lend you their energy, lend you their clarity, lend you their peace, they're doing it at a bigger capacity because it's just you. Just you and the beings that are alive that they get to offer that support to. And your ancestors are also navigating their own growth, their own change, their own development on the other side, and coming to your side to help you, assist you, guide you, love you, nourish you, pour into you is a part of that same contract, right? So they're helping you in the physical ethers and they're helping you in the spiritual ethers. And by you pulling in them and working with them or getting to know them, you are also helping them ascend through whatever, growth opportunities and elevations that God, our creator, our source has for them. And so you'll find that ancestry is a beautiful, sacred thing, holy thing that creates the cycle of life in a new way. It creates infinite life. All energy that will ever exist, including the energy that it takes for me to animate this body, it exists. So when you have people who have once lived, right, and they are now living on the other side, that energy is just transpired. It just changes shape and changes form. So as I stand here myself, I know my ancestors are also surrounding me as I make this message because I need to borrow what they have to help me through this elevation. I hope that makes sense. So when people are like arguing about, do you worship the ancestors? Do you whatever? We're not worshiping them. You're not worshiping them. You are honoring them and honoring the fact that all their energy still exists and they're still a part of your life, and that their prayers and their blood and their DNA and, their energy has spoken forward through time and space to reach you. That is what they are for. So you want to have a relationship. When I meet people, they're always like, oh, I don't have a relationship with my ancestors because I don't know them. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to know them. They know you. That's enough, right? It is enough for them to know you, know your name, and for you to know and understand that prayers have been made for you. Magic may have been done for you. Wishes have been done for you. That every being that carried you, carried your mothers and your mother's mothers in their womb, every being is connected to you through your DNA, and we are connected to you through your spirit. So people who don't have a relationship with their ancestors, they kind of don't really know where to start because you don't really understand why it would be beneficial. So let me explain. If all energy that ever exists, exists now, and we understand that when the spirit or a person transitions, their energy just becomes converted into, what we would say we couldn't see. I can see it, but people say they can't see. So it becomes, you're using that energy to navigate your life, right? And so you want to develop a relationship with your ancestors because it is one of the main and probably one of the easiest ways to remember that you are a spirit having a human experience, right? Your ancestry not only anchors you to this life, grounds you physically in your feet, but it also anchors you to the bigger purpose of your life. Whatever your why is, whatever your desires are, whatever the clarity is that you have always had about why you're here and why you exist, that is what that's for. You want to develop a relationship with them because as you develop a relationship with your ancestry, you develop a relationship with your own spirit. Because by acknowledging the spirits that have transcended and gone to the other plane, you acknowledge that you too are a spirit that will also do the same work, right? And so while you're here, you got to live the life that you were meant to live. And sometimes being human can be really dense, right? So you need your ancestry to help you navigate that, to clear stuff up for you, to open roads for you, to help you remember who you are, whose you are, and what you are, and why that's important, and what that is going to do for the greater collective that we all exist in. Because we know our lives, as much as they are our own, they exist for the fact that we get to be a blessing to other people, right? And so establishing your relationship with your ancestors is the first way to remember that you are sacred, you are holy, and you are of God. And if you needed a reminder, going to this altar every single day to talk to these beings every single day, it puts you on the ground in that. Lets you know that you're not alone. Lets you know that you can do anything that spirit asks of you. You can do anything that the physical world asks of you as well. And so this is like the main reason that you want to develop a relationship with your ancestors, okay? And so a lot of people also ask me, like, how do I maintain a relationship with them, especially if I don't know them? Simple prayers do a lot to open doors, right? You maintain a relationship with your ancestors by going to them and talking to them. So here's what I would tell anybody. If you don't know lineage is back, generations back, right? Who do you know? Grandpa Joe passed away and you think Grandpa Joe is your ancestors? Great. Talk to Grandpa Joe. Talk to him every day. If you want to make it, there's levels to it for different traditions, but it can really be as simple as, Grandpa Joe, can you guide me right now? Auntie Maureen, do you have something for me? Can you show me my path? Can you help me have more clarity? It can just start there. Now, as you navigate different traditions, you can find your specific way of like putting your ancestors to the side and giving them the veneration that they deserve and the elevation that they deserve in your life. But maintaining a relationship is just like maintaining one with me. I'm talking to you, you're talking to me. If you ask me a question, I would have an answer, and vice versa. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that, right? What you guys want to get really good at, what we all have to get really good at, is not complicating spirit. Nothing about spirit is complicated. Nothing about spirit is complicated. Yes, we have theories and things that explain what magic is and how it works, but spirit is not complex. Spirit is direct. Spirit is clear. Spirit is decisive. And so when you call on Grandpa Joe, or if you don't know, like I have some clients who were adopted or didn't know, this side of their family, don't know that side of their family. You can also say, ancestors who seek to have me elevate, who seek to assist me in doing my work as God, intends, or source intends, or creator intends, and who wish to see me do well and are of good character, emphasis on and are of good character, I invite you to join me on this space. So if I don't know who my grandpa is or my grandma is, I can say, this is a good character. Please join me in this space. Help me to navigate this thing. Please let me borrow your piece, until they start to make themselves known. Maintaining a relationship isn't hard. It's just you have to be intentional about it. And if spirit is simple, don't complicate it, right? And so what I do as a spirit woman is I create containers for people to not only discover and go deeper into their mediumship or into their gifts, use of their spiritual gifts through ritual and space and time and practice and season and practical theory. I also hold space for them to understand that their ancestors are waiting on them. That, when you sit at the table, they will join you, right? And so if you need a space and are looking for a space to get into that work deeper, where you're connected to your ancestors regularly, for them to assist you and guide you wherever you are at this point in life, then you should join me at the ancestral table. Now, the ancestral table is a spiritual dinner party that I host once a week right here in Atlanta. Private location, private address, only to register guests of the seating. And what the ancestral table does is it puts you right at the table with your ancestry, while engaging with other spiritualists, other healers, and other practitioners who are also looking to get that affirmation in that community. We sit over a beautiful 3-course meal, channeled and directed for that night specifically by the food priest of Philly, right? Shout out to my friend, the food priest. And we take our time to allow our ancestors to come and dine with us. We invite them to the space to come and sit at the table with us and provide us with the guidance and the clarity that we need. Now, here's the thing about the ancestral table. Every time we meet in the name of the creator and source, and every time we meet in the name of our ancestry, that table grows stronger. You grow stronger. I grow stronger. We grow stronger. And we all get to experience the magic of what, ease can look like in the life of a healer, right? And our ancestors weren't always afforded the opportunity to be able to meet publicly in beautiful white clothes and, having food prepared for them. And so we have to take these opportunities that we have to really put ourselves in spaces where we can commune with the people who love us, the beings who love us, who are guiding us and nudging us towards our best and most perfect lives for ourselves. So if you're in Atlanta or want to come to Atlanta, we host the Ancestral Table Dinner here at the Spirit Collective, right? Every week, you can find the seating. Now, it's limited, but I would love to have you. If you're looking to really commune with your ancestry, getting to know them, and even being in a space with other melanated healers, spiritualists, and practitioners, we'd be happy to have you. So click the link below to register or find out more about the Ancestral Table. And in the meantime, I'll see you on the internet streets. Let this video be a guide for you. Let it show you where to start, and don't make it complicated. Talk soon.